Computer glitches today grounded flights, closed the New York Stock Exchange, and caused problems with the Wall Street Journal's website today. But law enforcement sources say they don't appear to be connected. United Airlines blamed an issue with a router for knocking its systems offline today, and authorities say all signs point to a software glitch as being at the root of the problems on Wall Street. That glitch halted trading on the New York Stock Exchange for nearly 4 hours this afternoon. That is the longest period since the 4-day shutdown after 9/11.
So that had Bill from Brooklyn Park wanting to know who makes the decision to stop trading. Good question. Heather's here now. The New York Stock Exchange is actually its own company.
It sure is. It's a publicly traded company that gives buyers and sellers a place to trade their stocks. It's the largest exchange here in the U.S., but it's also one of several exchanges available, which means when it shut down today, investors did have other places to go. Who makes the decision to halt trading?
Well, like any company, there is a senior level of management that looks at the operations of the company.
What's the president's name of the New York Stock Exchange?
Part of taking our role so seriously is we need to have markets that are 100% at all times.
He looks like a relatively young guy.
So they looked and said, I think it's best to just step back.
Charles Hanema teaches business at Bethel University.
Why isn't this a huge deal?
There are a variety of ways that buyers and sellers can negotiate their trades away from the New York Stock Exchange.
Our stock investments are for our retirement.
People could trade, buy, sell in other places.
Other places, online, through their broker, through American Exchange, through NASDAQ, through a variety of ways.
How often is trading halted?
It is very rarely. There are a couple of situations.
The New York Stock Exchange is closed for blizzards, Hurricanes Gloria and Sandy, even for a week just before World War I.
If a president dies, then yeah, for a day. Stock market closes.
But it also closes for minutes at a time if the stock market plunges. That happened October 27th, 1997, when the Dow dropped 554 points.
It's to trying to create a floor in the market, give the investors a chance to breathe as opposed to panic.
That's a pretty serious step, though, to stop the trading.
Is it all psychological?
There's a huge psychological component.
And then there are computer problems. 59 minutes in 98, an hour and 25 minutes in 2001.
In August of 2013, the NASDAQ was similarly paralyzed by a 3-hour shutdown after a software upgrade.
Do you anticipate more glitches in the future?
I could talk to you about your iPhone or your iPad.
You don't buy the technical glitch?
No, I do not. I'm sorry.
No, we heard that a few times today with all of the glitches that you guys had mentioned, but the president of the New York Stock Exchange says they found the problem, they fixed it, and it does not appear to be external. But I mention this because several experts said today as these systems work to fight against cyber attacks, there's going to be more upgrades, more potential for problems.
When we upgrade our phones, we see stuff like that.
That's exactly what he said. He said, I could talk to you all day long about upgrading the iPad, and then it doesn't work.
Right.
And I think that was it. There was a lot of surprise that this doesn't, in fact, happen more often.
Right.
Yeah.
So you may see it as we really work hard to change the computer systems a lot more these days.
All right. Thank you, Heather.
Thanks, Heather.
And remember, if you have a good question for Heather, please email it by going to WCCO.com/links.